Something significant is in the works in Shiba Inu. One analyst has recently disclosed an enormous revelation. Approximately 500 trillion Shiba Inu are in the process of being prepared. The charts are aligning. This has the potential to transform a significant number of you into millionaires. What is transpiring? Additionally, how is this an opportunity that will never be repeated? Well, allow me to elaborate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Shiba Inu have been experiencing an unusual occurrence of late. The price of this item is increasing rapidly. However, this is the most extraordinary aspect. What if I informed you that this is only the beginning? Yes, I acknowledge that it may appear absurd. However, allow me to elaborate. Shiba Inu is not merely enjoying a pleasant day, according to one analyst. It is an instance of historical recurrence, and not just any history. This is a pattern that, when it was last observed, resulted in the creation of millionaires. That is accurate. Additionally, the indicators are all present. We may be observing the initial phases of a significant development today. However, before we delve into the actual implications of this pattern, let us examine the current price of Shiba Inu. It could be referred to as the tranquility preceding the Tempest. The energy is increasing as the situation continues to flare up. The market is experiencing a sense of tension and excitement, as if a significant event is imminent. Another analyst has identified a highly intriguing feature on the chart. He asserts that the Shiba Inu is exhibiting indicators of a favorable entry point that is exceedingly robust. In other words, it is a system of flickering green lighting that is visible to those who are aware of its presence. Shiba Inu's price may be on the brink of a significant surge, according to his assessment. He is implying that it may extend into a region that has not been observed in an extended period. Levels that have the potential to generate significant excitement and impetus. Additionally, it is important to bear in mind that we are not solely discussing minute movements. If the current momentum persists and this pattern continues to unfold as it has in the past, a substantial movement may be imminent. Something that has the potential to significantly increase the present pricing. Consequently, it may appear to be a preposterous proposition. However, the analysis of the schematics, the patterns, and the current energy buildup reveals a great deal of logic. And if you thought the pump from today was impressive, wait until you experience this. Market analysts are closely monitoring one specific zone, such as hawks, as Shiba Inu begins to recover. Currently, a significant resistance level is being reached by more than 500 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. This is the type of region in which the price typically encounters difficulty in breaking through. However, it could be a complete game changer if it does. Based on recent data from Into the Block, approximately 540 trillion Shiba Inu are currently being held by more than 145,000 wallets, all of which are priced at approximately the same level. That is an immense collection of receptacles. This moment is akin to a pressure cooker. The bulls are being closely monitored to determine whether they possess the necessary strength to persevere. It will not be merely a minor victory if the Shiba Inu surpasses this threshold. It would essentially eliminate months of downward trend. It would entirely reverse the narrative and establish the foundation for Shiba Inu to ascend to significantly greater heights. A number of analysts are already advocating for a change that could potentially return it to a price point that has not been observed in quite some time. And should that occur, it could certainly reignite the market. Consider this: hundreds of trillions of coins, thousands of owners, and all of it approaching a potential boiling point. This is not merely another day in the marketplace. This is one of those instances that has the potential to become famous in the Shiba Inu narrative. This becomes even more comprehensible when one considers the events of today. At present, Shiba Inu owners are surpassing milestones in a literal sense. The community itself is experiencing development, not merely in terms of price. Today marked a significant milestone in the exponential growth of the number of individuals who own Shiba Inu. Lucy, a member of the Shiba Inu team, recently shared a significant update on X. She declared that Shiba Inu has officially exceeded 1.5 million on-chain users. That is an immense accomplishment. The community has continued to expand since its inception in late 2020, and we are now on the brink of reaching 2 million holders. That's quite unbelievable. It demonstrates the fervor with which the endeavor is embraced, from the earliest supporters to the most recent participants. Additionally, it is not solely individuals who are holding. All of the Shiba Inu networks have been abuzz. Wallets, exchanges, DeFi migrations, and more. More than 15 million transfers have been recorded. That is a significant endeavor. It demonstrates that individuals are not merely holding Shiba Inu, they are utilizing, trading, and relocating it. The ecosystem is flourishing and vibrant. Furthermore, it is important to remember that this is occurring at the same time as the overall crypto market is experiencing a resurgence. The circumstances are improving, and Shiba Inu is adeptly capitalizing on the trend. Additionally, it is evident that the Shiba Inu team is not merely observing from the periphery, as evidenced by their ongoing initiatives such as the burn strategy, which is reducing the token supply. They are currently engaged in the construction of and the pursuit of long-term value. Lucy even hinted at the subsequent significant objective 2 million holders. Additionally, we are currently proceeding at the current rate. That figure appears to be quite close. The community is ecstatic, the momentum is tangible, and individuals are experiencing a sense of optimism. Therefore, the combination of price movement, resistance levels, community development, and network activity results in a single image. The Shiba Inu is not only alive, but it is also howling. This has the potential to be the inception of a significant event. In fact, we are already witnessing the true extent of this phenomenon, as a single analyst recently disclosed a remarkable revelation regarding the Shiba Inu. Additionally, he is not the sole individual. A number of analysts are beginning to concur that the Shiba Inu may be on the brink of a significant increase in the near future. In the past few days, crypto strategist Patrick Schmidt has made an intriguing comparison. He compared the current state of Shiba Inu with the state of affairs prior to the significant rally in 2021. Do you recall that particular instance? The Shiba Inu seemingly erupted without warning. Schmidt tweeted that everything appeared to be in a state of tranquility in April 2021, as if nothing were occurring. Then, all of a sudden, the Shiba Inu embarked on a ferocious run, which marked the beginning of one of the most ferocious bull runs in the annals of cryptocurrency. He is not asserting that the events will unfold identically, however, the atmosphere and structure are strikingly similar. Additionally, a significant number of individuals are beginning to recognize this. Ali Martinez, an additional analyst, also identified a significant development. He identified a conventional buy signal on the charts by employing the indicator. This phenomenon has been observed to manifest immediately prior to significant price fluctuations. Additionally, he identified a crossover and an RSI that is increasing. All indications suggest that positive momentum is rapidly accumulating. Furthermore, the Shiba Inu has recently regained a significant moving average level, which is typically interpreted by traders as an indication that a significant event is near. Additionally, the price chart is beginning to establish an ascending channel, which is a traditional indicator of strength. And if this trend continues to increase, it is possible that we will witness a retest of the recent highs, or even something significantly larger. Additionally, this is the reason why it is so absurd. In 2021, individuals went from investing $100 to waking up with $10,000 a few days later. That is the rate at which events transpired. That is the extent of the rally's lunacy. Numerous individuals achieved life-altering financial gains overnight. Therefore, if history does indeed repeat itself in this instance, albeit in a slightly different manner, this could be one of those instances in which ordinary holders are transformed into millionaires once more. And yes, it is truly surreal to contemplate, but it is not unattainable. And let us not forget, just as the situation is reaching a fever pitch, guess who is returning? Satoshi Kusama, He has recently declared his intention to resume his employment. Is that level of leadership currently present? It is not an accident, it is potent. It is the type of stimulus that could provide this rally with even more momentum. Also, it creates the impression that the situation is still in its infancy. And this is the element that truly unites it. Lucy issued an additional tweet that may serve as an explanation for the events that have transpired. She stated that it requires years before it occurs simultaneously. It is straightforward, correct? However, upon further consideration, that singular phrase may serve as the solution to the entire conundrum. Shiba Inu has been silently developing for some time, growing the community, expanding it, and persevering through the ups and downs. There is a sense that everything is now falling into place. The price action is intensifying. Analysts are identifying favorable signals, significant token movements, and resistance levels that are being tested. The Shiba Inu crew once again delivered. Therefore, it is possible that Lucy's remark is not merely a casual thought, it may serve as an indication. A validation, in fact. Similarly, this is the case. The moment at which everything begins to accelerate, and when all of this is combined, the price increase that was previously observed. At that resistance zone, there are trillions of tokens, the exponential increase in the number of holders. The analyst's predictions, incredibly similar to 2021. Shitoshi has returned, and it appears that a significant event is imminent. It is as though we are perched on the brink of a topic that will be the subject of much discussion for an extended period. So whether you have been journeying with Shiba Inu since the beginning or are just now becoming aware of the situation, this may be one of those moments. The type that you should not overlook. However, what is your perspective on this matter? Comment in the space provided below. The day is over now, remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.